everybody, welcome to Fiber Fun with Olivia. My name is Olivia. I am a knitter and crocheter. I like to geek out and nerd out on anything fiber related, yarn related. I hope you do too. If you are new here, welcome to the Fiber Fun family. I hope you have a little bit of fun with us. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Whips, Sips, and Fiber Fun Chitter Chatter. Thank you so much for your patience to those of you who come regularly every Friday to check out these Fiber Fun Chitter Chatter videos. Last week I was ill and I won't go into details, but I am doing much better. Thank you for all of you who messaged, commented. I really appreciate it. And thank you for your flexibility, because I know that was right after I said instead of Fridays, I'm going to do these videos on Saturdays. And in my mind, I keep going back and forth. Which one is better, Friday or Saturday? And so you know what? We're just going to keep it. It will be Friday or Saturday. One of those 2 days. I'll try hard to make it Friday, but if not, it'll be Saturday. So thank you for being here. Today I have one whip to share with you. I'm actually working on two, but the second one is my sweater, and you're going to get an update on that next weekend when we all do our collaboration video updates. So we'll be sharing that next weekend. So only one whip this week. I have a small FO finished object, which was kind of a spur of the moment thing, and I've been using it quite a bit, so I want to share that with you. I want to talk about a whip, future whip. I'm going to call those whips because I like to talk about like what I'm looking up and what I'm excited about. And so I have one whip, future work in progress. And then last, I want to share with you a yarny purchase that I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy or like or find useful. And I've been using it a lot. So let's get started, shall we? First, let's talk about our sip. What is our sip of the day? I am having some chamomile today, hot chamomile tea. And it's really hot right now. I haven't even taken my first sip. Let me see if I can do it before I show you what chamomile tea it is. It's so nice and warm and tasty. So I'm having that. And what kind am I having? I'm having Bigelow Cozy Chamomile Herbal Tea. It's funny because when I was young, my mom used to give us chamomile tea for when we had an upset tummy, and so I kind of related it to that. And for many years, I wasn't a fan of chamomile tea. I wasn't a fan of teas, period. And I know I've mentioned over and over that a few years back, I got so into hot teas and iced teas and all of that, and now I love a bunch of them. So now I have gone back to drinking chamomile just because it's yummy. I don't know, my taste buds change. They do change, right, as we get older, but there's just something so comforting about it. So it's yummy, and I threw in a little bit of honey, just so good. Let's have another sip. Yum, yum, yum. I don't know about you guys, but it has been chilly. Chilly in the San Francisco Bay Area. I mean, I like the cold. I have always loved the cold. I was born and raised in the Monterey County area where it's really foggy and cold. And so when I moved up north to the San Francisco Bay Area, it's cold in the San Francisco Bay Area too, but let me tell you, this is another level of cold. I feel it in my bones. So it's been interesting. And then, of course, because of my age, who else is going through perimenopause? Without giving you too many details, 1 second I'm hot, 1 second I'm cold, and oh my God, it has been crazy. Just preparing for this video, I put on my scarf. I have it right here. I had my scarf on because I was so cold, and then I start getting hot and I just threw it off. So I'm crazy like that. So let me know if anybody's going through the same things. Oh my God, or is it just me that I'm just totally crazy? Okay, so let's look at my WIP, my work in progress. It's the only one I have to share with you. I have to say I didn't get a whole lot done this week because, or these past couple of weeks actually, because A, I've been sick, and B, my job has been insane. So I haven't had much time, but I did get a little bit in. So let's check into my shawl that I've been sharing with you all. The Dahlia shawl by Expression Fiber Arts. I'm still plugging away with my sprinkled fibers yarn. I finally got to the point where I pulled in my third, because they have, the pattern is done in waves. So you have like the first wave, the second wave, and the third wave, and then it goes back to the second, so that you have like some changes. And I thought I would use my sprinkled yarns, my sprinkled fiber yarns. And at first I was a little bit worried, remember, that I thought it would be too pink, but no, I think it's gonna be fine because now it has the blue coming in. Let me see, what's the right side? Okay, so let me see. This is what I have. As you can tell, I have a little bit more, yeah? And so here is like the pink, and you probably can't tell too much, but I did start with the one that has a little bit more purple. Am I on the second part or the third part? Now I'm second guessing myself. Okay, I am using the third skein, and I did use very little of the second skein, and then I have seen ahead in the pattern, and they're gonna have me flip back. So I think it's gonna be okay. So let me see if I can put it a little bit closer to the camera so that you all can see. This is where it starts. And I am just loving how that blue is popping. You know, I hadn't noticed in the camera. I can see it pretty clearly though, like these kind of like waves. I had not noticed that at all. So I guess it's doing a little bit of pooling. I'm not against it. I'm okay with it. I think maybe it's from my tie-dye days. I don't know. I like splotches of color, and I like abstract art. So I know some people, they don't like the pooling, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I go with it. So this is my shawl and how much I have. And I can't wait to get back to it now that I feel way better. And this is that sprinkled fiber yarn, the third one. Let me pull out. I think this is the second one. See how it's like a subtle difference? And then this is what I have left of the first one, which is that pink one. This is all I have left of that first one, but we're not going to need it anymore. It's just going to be the second and third skeins now, and those are from Sprinkled Fibers, as I've shared before. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. It's a fun make. I can't wait to finish it. I feel like I'm so close. My finished object is a little one. It's this little cup cozy that I made. Initially, I used these because you all know I love my iced tea, and so I will use my big plastic cups that are like that hard plastic and throw my iced tea in there, and inevitably it'll start sweating. And I have coasters for that I bought, and it absorbs the ceramic. And then it's soft on the side, but it absorbs the sweat. But what I have done up until now is put a paper towel around it. And the other day I was like, you know what? I'm tired of using paper towels. I'm gonna crochet something with my cotton yarn. So I pulled out some of the Hipster. It wasn't in this shade, but this is from Premier. I have a few skeins of this, and so I pulled it out and I just kind of measured, and my goal was to make it like start down here, that it would be tight, and so that it would, just be comfortable and it would absorb the water that it was sweating. But I didn't realize it would stretch a little bit, and it actually ends up working better this way. And now I use it for my venti Starbucks. So I made two. I have one that I use here inside at home, and another one that I use in my car. That way I'm not getting one from them all the time, because I used to get one from them all the time, even for my cold. I like cold coffee, but even when it's hot, when I do choose hot, I have it there in my car, and I'm not using up more paper. And you know, I don't know, it just, and I'm using my makes, right? I love this. It's like, it was such a duh moment for me, because you see so many people making cup cozies, coffee cozies, mug cozies, and I just had never done it. I don't know. I had never done it, and I finally decided, I think because I related it so much with the hot stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to use it because the hot stuff I have a handle and I'm not going to use it. Well, guess what? It works for the cold items too. So, and let me take it out. It did a little bit of pooling too, but you know what? I like it. I like it. It's super comfy. I'm gonna make more for smaller cups, because I do have some reusable Starbucks cups that I can use with as well. This fits the grande and venti cups, but yeah, I need something for the smaller ones. So that's my finished object, and I made two of them. The other one's in my car, but this is one of them. I might make more with these colors too, just to have different ones, because I gave a drink to my hubby and I put it on and he's like, oh, this is cool. So that way he can have some too to use, and it's not just, you know, the one in our home. Yeah, we'll have a few to use. So I'm excited about that. It's such a small thing, but it's the little things, right? Okay, now let's talk about my FWIP, future work in progress. I have been obsessing over the night shift shawl. I saw it in a video. One of you all in the Facebook group shared your finished object, and it was that shawl, and I didn't realize it, and I was like, oh, that's so pretty. And I feel like, you know what, it keeps popping up here and there, and the universe is telling me, make me, make me, make me. So I bought the pattern. Let me show you. I put it in a little plastic thing, but let me take it out so that you don't get any glare. This is the Night Shift Shawl by Andrea Mowry, or Drea Renee Knits. You guys have all probably seen this somewhere, because now that I know about it and I know the actual name of it, I see it everywhere. So it's a pretty popular and well-known pattern. I just didn't know. I must have been under a rock. Anyway, I love it. I love it, and I want to make it. And it uses pricey yarn. It's beautiful. It's called Dream, what is it? It's right here. Dream State by Spin Cycle Yarns. And initially I was like, I want to use that yarn. And so I was like looking at their website and planning, okay, it uses 6 skeins. I'll get one per month. What colors am I going to use? And I started planning. And I had my plan, but I'm like, I don't want to wait 6 months to make this. So I started looking through my stash. And this is what I came up with. I have this tote. And let me show you. I can use some of my Ferris wheel. I can use this one. I can use this one. Remember, I didn't realize I had all of these Ferris wheels until I started organizing and doing inventory of my yarn. And now that I know, I went and grabbed them. I can use this one. I can use, well, I'm not sure if I can use some of my Noro, because this is DK and this is worsted. The pattern calls for worsted. And although I've seen on Ravelry that a lot of people have used Silk Garden in a DK, I feel like it might be thickened. No, it's still, well, I don't know. I might be able to get away with it. I might try it. because I want to use up some of this Noro Silk Garden. You know, let me show you what I have, like these different colors. Debating on this as a contrast color. I have two of these. One of them my daughter has claimed, and I'm thinking, well, I need the second one for whatever I make her. I don't know. But then I also have, and I love this one. This is one of my favorites. I made that hat not too long ago with this same color, vintage carousel. And then I saw this in my stash too. And I thought, will it go? It's super colorful, but not like dark like the other ones. But you know what? I think it will work, because when I went to see what colors in the Dream State yarn the designer used, I noticed that she did have, when I looked them up, I noticed that she does have some lighter ones in there mixed in, see, with the darker ones. So I think it might work. I think it might work. Maybe when I'm using this with this, or I don't know. I'm gonna try it. So I have a make along coming up. It's going to start, I forgot the dates, I'll put them here. But it's gonna be a stash busting. I'm gonna try really hard to make all of my make-alongs this year a stash busting make-along, each and every time, with maybe some minor differences here or there. And I think this one, the rule is gonna be, 1, the yarn has to come from your stash. 2, I'm not gonna put that you must have the pattern already, because of my second rule. The second rule is 2, you must be trying something new. Maybe a new stitch, maybe a new technique. Maybe you're a crocheter and you've always wanted to try knit, maybe the other way around. You're a knitter and you've always wanted to try crochet, maybe you've always wanted to try Tunisian. This make along is gonna be for you. Stash bust, must be in your stash, must be trying something new. That's it. Those are going to be the rules. And for me, I'm going to be making this, because this, it has color work, and I have never really done like a full-blown project in knit with color work. And this uses mosaic knitting technique. So that's coming. I'm gonna create a video, but I pretty much just told you, right, what's coming. So start looking for your patterns, or start looking in your stash what yarn you might use, what new thing you want to try, you know, something new to you that you've always wanted to try and that you can do with your current stash. So that's coming, and I'm really excited about this, because this is going to be new for me. Yeah, mosaic knitting. So that's my new project. And like I said, I have these in this tote, and I'm gonna see how it goes. I will confess, yeah, so I have them here. I will confess, I did order one skein of the Dream State by Spin Cycle Yarns, because I want to feel it. I want to see it. I want to see what it's like. One skein. And if I absolutely love it, maybe in the future, maybe once I'll get one skein per month, planning to make maybe a second one of these, or maybe I won't be that impressed and I'll be like, I'm good with my Ferris wheel. So we'll see, but I'm excited. For sure, I'm gonna give this a stash busting try with what I have now, mostly for the technique and also just because I want to try this. She has a second pattern. I forgot what it's called, but I did purchase it. By the way, the reason I purchased it is because if you sign up for her newsletter, I'll put all the links down below, you get 10% off of her patterns. So I did use the 10% off. I know 10% is not that much, but hey, every little bit counts, right? So I did use it, and I ended up getting this one, and she has another cowl that's a little bit smaller, but that makes me think of this one. I tried really hard to convince myself, just start with the smaller one, and you know, but I'm like, no, I want what I want. So yeah, I'm excited about it. So this is my flip, my future work in progress. And if any of you were oogling this before, maybe you want to jump in during the make along too. Let me know. Maybe we'll add that option to this make along. You know, those 2 rules. For sure you have to use the stash that you already have, the yarn that you have stashed. But maybe the second rule can be either it's something new to you or you're making this with me. It's so exciting and fun to think about these things. Okay, last thing I wanted to share with you all is my yarny fibery purchase. I have it right here. It's by xoxo Light Up Your Life Upgraded LED Neck Reading Light. It's in this box. I got this on Amazon. And I honestly wasn't sure if I would use this a whole lot. Let me pull it out. It has some extra stuff in here, but I left it up in the room, like the LED connector to charge it and stuff. But I brought this, and they have different colors. You guys, I love this. I put it on, you can adjust it, it moves, but it's not so like, you know, bendable that it just goes all over the place. It stays wherever you put it. And this neck rest is very comfortable. It hangs on your neck. You put it here and you turn it on. You know what? I'm not sure what these buttons are. Oh, maybe for the brightness. This is the on button. Yeah, these must be for like, yeah, the brightness or the color, like very yellow or very cool toned. Anyway, the other day, I was in bed in the evening. My husband was really tired, which is rare because he's the night owl, not me. So he was really tired. And light is really, he's very sensitive to light, and so he always wants things dimmed, whereas I'm the opposite. I feel like I'm blind. I need like brightness. And I wanted to crochet. I wanted to work on my shawl. So I remembered that I bought this, and I'm like, ooh, let me pull it out. And I put it on, and I started to crochet, and I asked him, is this bothering you? And he said, not at all. It was completely dark over here, but my crochet was completely well lit. If you have never tried this and you think, you know, that might come in handy in the evening for you, or, you know, at nighttime, give this a try, because I loved it. Loved it, loved it. Yeah, even in the living room now, again, he likes to watch movies when it's completely dark or very dimmed, and I'm always like, turn on the light, I want to crochet. And you know, we're both like, ah, after 30 years of being together, you guys. And he's like, ah, and I'm like, ah. And we're like, oh my God, I'm such an 80s child, aren't I? He's like, and I'm like, but anyways, so now I put this on, we dimmed the lights, we're watching TV, and the thing is that the light is very, like, it's just on my project. It's not like everywhere else. It's not affecting the TV. It's not affecting if he's going to sleep or if we're in the living room and he's over there. Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. So I thought I'd share this with you. Maybe you all know about it. Maybe you don't. I didn't. So I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I recommend it. And I think it was like 20 bucks. It wasn't that expensive. I can't remember. I think it was 20 bucks. I don't think it was more. Well, yeah, I'll link it down below and you guys can check it out if you're interested. But yeah, so that was my yarny purchase. So that is all I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're having a fiber fun-filled weekend or a fiber fun-filled day or evening. And we will talk to you later. Bye.